Well, time for the season finale this week. The Orange on the road at Notre Dame on Saturday. Brian Higgins here. Across town in the football auditorium is the Orange leading wideout, Taj Harris. And Taj, let's kind of start on the big picture side of things. How are you viewing this season as a whole? We know the record's been a struggle here, but how have you looked back on the last few months?
The way I look back on the season, I just see just time for growth. It was just time for opportunities. And we got a bunch of guys not sitting out and all that, but I just feel like this season was something to learn from, and I learned a lot of things from it.
Is there a way, I guess, to separate that from the record? I mean, you look at it, and of course you guys wanted to win more games, but that this can lead to something when you look at next year for all of these young guys you mentioned, the rest of your guys' careers.
Yes, this season we faced a lot of adversity, and one thing I know is when you face a lot of adversity, if you make it through, it makes you tougher. What doesn't kill you make you tougher, and that's just something that I feel like we got from this season. And, we got a bunch of younger kids, and this was nothing but experience for them guys, for sure.
I mean, think back to your freshman year, right, Taj? I mean, you played a lot that year, but you weren't starting day one. I mean, you kind of got that job as the year went along. It feels like a lot of these guys, right, maybe got that job a month in their development or two before you did. How can you look back on your experience and see what these guys have gone through?
Yeah, I mean, I feel as though the more football you can play, the better it is. There was some guys that were shoved in earlier than they probably was expected, but I mean, it's nothing but experience. That's one thing that you can't teach is experience, and it's a good thing to have.
What do you guys take out of the fact that, assuming all goes right with the rest of this week, that you guys have gotten to the starting line every week all season, which most of the country can't say right now. You guys have shown up on time and ready to roll every week all season.
Yeah, that's one thing that we made sure that we stayed on top of. We definitely kept guys clean, very healthy.
This year's been so weird. I mean, we know that. Has it been frustrating? What do you put on it this season? Or are you guys just happy you're playing ball?
Yeah, I want to say frustrated. There's guys in the country that didn't even have a chance to play football. And in the summer when I was feeling like we wasn't gonna have a season, it was heartbreaking. So anytime, any opportunity we get a chance to play football, I know guys are fired up about it. I know I am.
Take me through this season from the eyes of your quarterbacks here. We know every team is better when they got the number one guy on the field, and Tommy's been done here since going back to the opening month of the season. So you've had passes from Tommy and Rex and Jacoby in here over the course of the year. How tough is that as an offense to kind of have to adjust to three different guys back there and try to keep it as consistent as possible?
Well, we run with every quarterback, and with the wide receivers, when we just off-season, in-season, when we just working out, we throw with all the quarterbacks. It wasn't like it was a situation when I'm lined up out there and Jacoby is throwing me a pass and I've never caught a ball from him. We work out and everybody goes with everybody. So I wouldn't say it was like a big of a surprise, but, definitely something you had to adjust to.
And, hey, we've seen it kind of go as the season's gone along here, and Jacobian gets knocked out, and then Rex back in the mix last week. Let's go through that game last week. How different was it for you guys on offense last week than the week before? You get shut out at Louisville, and, you guys bounced back pretty significantly last week, even though it was a loss.
Yeah. Well, regardless of who's playing quarterback, our offense is our offense. That's one thing that's not going to change. And just getting a feel for each other, that's something that I feel like we've been doing all season.
It must feel something for you guys good that you haven't packed it in. I mean, go back to a couple weeks ago at Louisville. I mean, it would have been easy to say, all right, 2 games left in the season. Let's just get this thing over with. And you fought last week. What does that say about what you guys are doing in the locker room right now?
That just showed the type of team we are, very resilient, as one. But that's just something that we had to do. And we got leaders on the team that help us come together. I myself stepping into a role to be a leader, being a better leader. But I mean, it's not a giving up thing. Every week, we got a new opportunity to face another team. That's how we've been looking at it.
And what better opportunity, right, to wrap up your season than this week when you're going on the road to Notre Dame while they're undefeated and ranked number 2 in the country? How do you guys size up all that for your trip this week?
It's a big stage, you know. Big time players make big plays when it's on your table. But you know, it's just another opportunity.
Is it exciting to be? I mean, you're involved in a game this week that could affect the national title picture. How exciting is it to be the team here this week that can try to play spoiler?
It's very exciting, you know. And we know we're on a big platform, playing in front of a lot of people. But you know, just got to go out there and play our game.
All right, lastly, Taj, let's spin this forward. I mean, this is the last week, and the offseason looms, and who knows exactly what it's going to look like this year because nothing's really set in stone as of yet, as this whole season hasn't been. But how do you guys take all these experiences that you've just told me about of this year and, I guess, make productive work out of it in the offseason?
Well, I know it's a bunch of things on film, you know, and it's a bunch of younger guys that got to play early, and we see what they're capable of. So I feel like it was just a good opportunity to get out there and play, you know, put some things on film, definitely.
All right, Taj, sounds good, man. Hope you've enjoyed the season, and good luck out there this week against Notre Dame.
Yes, thank you.